everybody. Let's come into mountain pose. So feet together. Make sure your knees are over your ankles. Make sure your hips are over your knees. Slightly tuck your tailbone in. Roll your shoulders back and down. Slightly tuck your chin in. So we're coming in a mountain pose. We are centering ourselves. We're grounding ourselves. Just take a moment, take a couple breaths here. Come into your body. Start to focus on your practice tonight. We can rock forward and back, left and right. We're evenly distributing the weight in our feet. We're lengthening our spine because gravity compacts our spine all day long. So we're lengthening it so that way the energy can move through the spine to the top of the head. So stand up really tall. Coming into mountain pose. Okay, let's close our eyes, bring our hands to our heart, and we'll create an intention for our practice tonight. So yesterday was the new moon, and during the new moon, it's a good time to create like goals, things you want to achieve during this new moon cycle. And so we're still kind of riding that energetic wave. So we'll use our intention tonight of anything that we want to achieve, any goals you want to achieve, anything that you're working on. So we'll do that by doing spirit to spirit. So focus on the center of your chest. If you don't see a color, just make one up. You're acknowledging your spirit, acknowledging your healing guides, your ancestors, your guardian angels, and the highest versions of themselves. And then the higher power. And then just think of whatever you want to work on, achieve, any goals that you want to work on. Let's do a forward fold. So inhale, reach up really tall. Exhale, come forward, bending at the hips. We're warming up the spine. Inhale, come up so you can stay on your toes. Or you can stay on your heels, you can come up onto your toes. We'll do 10 of these. Inhale up. Exhale, come forward. Let's do one more. Inhale, reach up really tall. Exhale, come forward, bending at the hips. Come back to center. Roll to the top. Come back to mountain pose. Just make sure your knees are over ankles. Slightly tuck your tailbone in. Roll your shoulders back and down. Slightly tuck your chin in. You don't feel like there's a string being pulled through the top of your head. Standing up really tall. So we'll put one hand on our belly and we'll practice our yogic breaths. So inhale, push your belly out. Exhale, push your belly in. Do that a couple more times. Inhale, exhale. Do that a couple more times on your own. So this is really important. We're activating that rest and digest nervous system. This is getting us out of the fight or flight nervous system, so that way we can bring our nervous system down, come into our bodies, get out of our heads. So you want to be doing these yogic breaths throughout our practice tonight. This is the most important part because this is how we get that prana, that life force energy. So we really want to focus on inhaling, pushing the belly out. Exhale, push the belly in. So let's start with warrior one. So right foot forward, left foot comes back. Make sure your knee is lined up with your ankle, and then square your hips to the front of the room. We're going to inhale, bring our arms up. Exhale, come into your lunge. So you want to square your hips to the front of the room. Really reach up through your arms. If you feel like your shoulder blades are at your ears, see if you can relax your shoulders, but still stay strong through the arms. We want to activate the feet by pressing down on the outside edges of the feet to get that wrapping sensation. You can feel your thighs wrapping to the back of your legs. Bring your arms down, bring that left foot forward. Shake that out if you need to. Let's do that on the other side. So left foot forward, right foot comes back. Your right foot is at an angle. The heel is lined up with the middle of your right foot. Square your hips to the front of the room. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, come into your lunge. So if you feel like your shoulders are up by your ears, see if you can relax your arms, but still stay strong through the fingertips here. We're going to press down on the outside edges of the feet. You get that wrapping sensation to the back of your thighs. Arms down, bring your right foot forward, shake that out if you need to. Let's come into triangle pose on the right. So right foot comes forward. This time our heels are lined up. And then we're going to straighten the right knee, bring your arms to a T. And then we're going to inhale, come over to the right. And then we're going to exhale, come down. So your hand is either on your calf, your ankle, or on the mat. Look up towards that right hand, make sure your arms are parallel. And you can look back down towards the mat, or you can look up towards that right hand, left hand. Make sure you're taking those yogic breaths. Inhale, push the belly out. Exhale, push the belly in. And then bend that right knee. Let's come back to the top. Bring your feet together. Let's do that on the other side. So left foot comes forward, right foot comes back. This time our heels are lined up and our right foot is straight. It's not at an angle. And then we're going to straighten that left leg, bring our arms to a T, and then we're going to inhale, Exhale, come over to the left and then come down. So you can put your hand on your calf, your ankle, or the mat. Look up towards that right hand. Make sure your arms are parallel. Bring that right arm down, bend the left knee, bring your feet together, shake that out if you need to. Okay, let's come into some hip rolls. So bring your hands to your hips and then make sure your feet are hip width apart. And then we're gonna bring our spine forward. We're bending at the hips and then we're gonna come over to the left, to the back, to the right, down. We'll do this 3 times. Let's do that 3 times to the right. Roll to the top. And then come back to mountain pose, feet together. Go ahead and ground yourself. Rock your weight forward and back, left and right. We're going to evenly distribute the weight. You may notice that you have your weight in one leg more than the other. You want to evenly distribute it. Okay, let's come into half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana on the right. Inhale, reach up really tall, come onto the toes. Exhale, come over to the right. So really feel a stretch all down the left side. Breathe into those little muscles in between your rib cage. Breathe into your lungs. And then come back to center, big circle with the arms. Let's do that on the other side. Inhale, reach up really tall, come onto the toes. Exhale, come down, we'll come over to the left. So really breathe into that right side. Breathe between all the little muscles in between your rib cage. Come back to center, big circle with the arms. Let's come into ragdoll. Inhale, reach up really tall. Exhale, bend at the hips, come forward, grab the elbows here. We're gonna make our feet hip width apart. Bend the knees. Just let your head go, let your neck go. Shake your head, yes, no, that feels good. Drop the hands, we'll bring the right hand to the left foot. Inhale, reach up. exhale, come down. We'll switch sides. Left hand to right foot. Inhale, reach up. And bring your hands down. And then slowly roll to the top. Your head's going to come up last. Go back to mountain pose. Feet together. Center yourself. Roll your shoulders back and down. Okay, so from here, let's come to the front of the mat. And then we're going to come into a back bend. So bring your hands to your heart. We're going to inhale, reach back, lifting at the rib cage. So we're protecting the low back by reaching up through the rib cage. You can try that again if you want. So bring your hands to your heart, bring your navel in toward your spine, and then we're going to lift up at the rib cage. Inhale, reach back, exhale, come forward. And then let's come into downward dog. So we're going to do feet hip width apart, hands hip width apart. You can pedal your feet left and right if that feels good. So we're driving our tailbone up towards the sky. We're driving our heels down towards the mat. Pedaling your feet left and right. Taking some really deep breaths here. We're elongating the spine. And then from here, we're going to bring our knees down, come into child's pose, feet together. Knees are either together or hip width apart. Take some deep breaths here. Okay, and then let's come up into a seated position. And we are going to find the page. 1 second. Let's come into cat-cow. So we're going to inhale, look up, exhale, chin to chest. So keep going. We're going to do 3 minutes of cat-cow. And we are starting now. Inhale, look up, exhale, chin to chest. Inhale up, exhale down. Go as fast as you can. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chin to chest. Then push back into child's pose, hands together. Come onto all fours. And then let's come into a seated position. And then we are going to come into fists of anger. So this is really good for working through all of our anger and our frustration, anything that makes us irritated, like how hot it is. Okay, let's bring our thumbs under our pinkies, our fingers over the top of our thumbs, and our hands are in front of us. We're doing O mouth breath. And we're thinking about what makes us angry, and we're starting down. So make sure the arm goes up and over the head, so we're clearing the arc line.
white light all around you. Exhale. Inhale. Hold the breath. Project the white light above you, below you, all around you. Exhale. Inhale. Project. Exhale. Pull the shoulders, the neck, and the jaw. Okay, let's do 3 minutes of Saraband Dundies. It's gonna be interesting. So, I haven't done this in a little while, so this will be good. So we're going to start in triangle pose, downward dog. And then we are going to then come into plank. So come down. I haven't done this in a while, hold on. So we are coming down, and then we're coming up into upward dog, and then we're coming down and pushing back into triangle pose. And we're keeping our feet under the whole time. So they're not coming like this on top of the mat, we're keeping them under. So we're gonna inhale, exhale, inhale, and then exhale. Okay, that was just 1 or 2. Hold on. We need to do this for 3 minutes. Okay, let's start. So triangle pose. Exhale. Upward dog. Inhale. Exhale. You can always come onto your knees. Make sure you stay here for your downward dog. Get that stretch in and then come back. Elbows stay by the sides. Lift up. Lift back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Push back. Exhale. Keep going. So we're on 2 minutes and 13 seconds. One more. Back in the downward dog. Take a stretch. And then come onto your knees. Let's push back to child's pose. Take some deep breaths here. Come into a shoulder stretch, moving into threading the needles. Bring the right arm through. Really lean into that right side so you can feel a stretch in the right shoulder. And then switch sides, bring the left arm through. Really lean into that left side, feel the stretch in the left shoulder. Let's come onto our bottoms into a seated position. Coming into easy pose. Now that your arms are dead, let's do stretch pose. Also a posture that I avoid. So we're going to come down onto our backs. And we're going to do 1 minute of stretch pose. So we are going to do breath of fire, which is even inhale and exhale through the nose. And we are bringing our feet 6 inches up off the ground, and our head and our shoulders are also coming up off the ground. And we're doing breath of fire. We're only going to do it for 1 minute. Okay, let's start. If you have to put one leg down, you can do that. You can switch legs. Keep doing the breath of fire though. And relax. Come into Shavasana, corpse pose. Take a couple breaths here. Bring our feet to the mat, bring your knees into your chest, rock left and right. And you can bring your chin to your chest, rock and roll. And then let's roll up into a seated position. Okay, now let's come into we're going to come into addiction meditation. So fingers up on the pads of the palms, thumbs on the temple, we are saying sa, ta, na, ma. We are going to close our eyes, look up at that third eye point, and we're gently clenching the back molars. So the sa, ta, na, ma, these are seed sounds. Breath, hold Mula Bandha, look up towards the third eye. Exhale. So the sa, ta, nama, these are seed sounds. And so these are sounds that are created in the universe. These are like universal sounds. And so it's the ma, that sa, ta, na, ma that we use as a mantra. Those are called seed sounds. And so they're sounds that create the rest of the universe. So these show up a lot in the kriyas that we do. And so that addiction meditation also is really important for getting rid of all of our addictions. So things that we're addicted to, not only substances, maybe smoking or drinking or our phones, but also our addictive thoughts, these thoughts that run in our minds. So we're getting them and we're literally like catching them and retraining them by doing that addiction meditation. So that one's really important. And so let's also do, let's see. you haven't done this one in a while, the Ard Kutch Kriya. So this is the one for insanity, which everyone's going crazy. So this is really important. So we are going to bring the right hand over the left, and our thumbs are touching, and they're going to rest in our lap. And then we're going to gaze down at the nose. So we're looking at our nose. So we're pretty much crossing our eyes. And then we're doing this for 3 minutes when we start the timer. And then we're opening up our mouth as wide as we can. And then we're placing the tongue on the tip of the roof of the mouth. And we're just breathing normally through the nose. So if you notice that your head is like tipping back, tuck that chin in like we do in mountain pose. So that way you align your spine. Inhale, exhale. Okay, let's come into bridge pose. So let's come down on our backs, feet on the mat. And then, actually, let's come into a twist. Bring your arms out to a T, and then bring your knees over to the right, bring your head over to the left. over to the left, your head comes to the right. Bring your head back to the center, bring your knees to the center, hug your knees in one more time. Rock forward and back, left and right. And then let's come into Shavasana. Corpse pose, let's palms face the ceiling. Let your feet fall to each side. One hand on your belly, one hand on your heart if you'd like. Raise your hand, come back into corpse pose. Just start to let your brow smooth over. Muscles in your forehead relax. Your eyes relax. Muscles up the corners of your eyes smooth over. Imagine a slight smile at the corner of the eyes. Your jaw relax. Pull back into the root of your mouth. Shoulders relax. Go inside your shoulders. Just release the tensions. Maybe you can feel the tension moving from ice to water, water to gas.
feel inside your hands for a moment. Feel the tingling. Sensation inside your hands. You can feel the life that lives here right now. And take a moment, focus on your heart. See what's there. Maybe you're feeling sad, angry, or disappointed. Acknowledge what's there, and then without covering anything over, just add a smile. Focus on your belly, let your belly relax. Slight smile across the navel. Down the hips, just let the hips relax. Having a smile from hip to hip. Feel the length and the volume of your legs as they take up space on your mat. See if you can feel each part of your body as a whole right now. Gently wiggle your fingers and toes. Life back into your limbs. Arm up over your head and roll over onto your side. And then come up into a seated position. Eyes closed, bring your hands to your heart. And with spirit to spirit and healing streams of grace. So acknowledge your spirit. If you don't see a color, just make one up. Acknowledge your healing guides, your ancestors, your guardian angels, highest versions of themselves, and the higher power. We ask that healing streams of grace come in. Go ahead and fill in the blank, whatever you want healed. You can say it out loud to activate it. And it looks like yellow streams of light coming over us. And just thank the healing streams of grace. Thank you. So join my class. Namaste.